Hello.
Hey, Judaea.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. The earliest memory of the library. I don't remember the first time I went to a library.
Do you remember the times I used to bring you to Windsor Public Library and you would play in the children's section?
Oh, yeah.
What impact did that have on you?
I was exposed to a lot of different experiences and a lot of different books that I may not have been able to reach.
You really loved being in that library. We would go on Saturday mornings and you had a ball there. It looked very different from the library when I used to go there as a kid. What impact did the library have on you as it relates to Thoughts Are Things? Because you did make your first movie at a library. How would you describe your interaction with the library in California? I think you were also with me when we were scouting libraries that first day before you and Grandma went back to Connecticut. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think that made me realize how important the library is really. And even like being from Hartford and living in Hartford once, it's like having all these Hartford public libraries that you probably wouldn't get somewhere else. It's very important, especially in a city like Hartford. But having a place where you could go and could get an education by just reading a book and learning and having that in your mindset where you could just go back and get information and learn about a lot of different other subjects is very impactful. It's like very amazing because not everybody has that. Not everybody has a chance to experience that in their life.
Could you share with me some of the best advice you've ever received and why you think it stuck with you?
Well, some of the best advice that I ever got was from me because that's like people, even me, make overthink about other things. A couple years ago, I used to really overthink a lot, and it's like now I overthink, but like not as much because I've gotten a lot of stuff off of my head, and it's like even being an overthinker, you always have a person that, especially having you and mommy, and grandma Ethelyn, and all my support that I really need. You always have a second opinion or a second person that's gonna guide you through the way if you feel like you need help with anything or you just feel like you can't do something because you're overthinking too much. And also, it's like all the information, all the advice you have given me, even talking to me in the car when we're driving home from anywhere we were at night, you give me some of the best information that I've ever heard. And I would thank Grandma for that because you say that you get those for Grandma. And you wouldn't have got that information. Grandma didn't tell you that before. I try to keep it in my head if anything ever comes up.
What advice would you give another little girl or another sixth grader or fifth grader or fourth grader at Jamoki or at any one of these schools if they wanted to be an actor?
Well, speaking from experience, you can't really care about what other people think. Especially learning, being in middle school now and being in another school and just being in Jamoki in that environment where everybody is a hater and everybody is bored and has nothing to do. It's like yes, it may hurt you sometimes, but you're gonna at least have one hater in your life or more. And sometimes you just gotta learn how to wipe them off because they're not here to control your life. They're not gonna give you a label record. They're not gonna give you a degree in college. They're not gonna give you anything you need. But if you really want it and you really want to succeed, you need to not really care what other people think and just listen in class and be the smart student that you really need to be because at the end of the day, it's always a time where you may have like this one stage in your life where everything is hard. Like everything seems like it was so easy before and now you're growing up and everything is harder and you don't know what to do. But even if you do have that stage in life, people are praying for you. People are going to help you. There's never really nobody that can't help you. So growing into the person that I'm becoming, I really need to well to everybody. You just need to stop caring what people say because at the end of the day, again, they're not giving you what you need in life. They're not making you succeed. They're not giving you a degree. They're not giving you all these opportunities you really need. But always be kind to them because you never know when you might see them again.
Were there any particular books or resources or experiences in the library that inspired you?
Well, I feel like for me, growing up with a dad just like you love books, and just having a dad or a person in your family that really cares about you, who really loves books and who really loves education, and who really wants to get you in the paint line. You don't need to worry about your bills. You don't need to worry about those because you have everything you need and you are successful. Having a dad or a person in general who really cares and who's gonna bring you to the library every Friday, every Saturday morning, or every week, every day, that is gonna make sure you have both, have education, have the tools, have all these materials, all these tools that you really need for school, for life, and preparing you for everything is a blessing because again, not everybody has that. Well, I have a question that maybe not everybody could answer, but how would they come up with the idea of giving Hartford a public library for everybody to come to? And for it to be older than the United States is crazy to me because if the United States wasn't even really the United States yet, how would the Hartford Public Library be intact?
What would you like your legacy to be as it relates to libraries?
Well, I would like my legacy to be like, say, like my movie. Like, I made a movie at 7 years old about the Hartford Public Library with my dad and my sister and my mom.
I'm so glad that you agreed to be a part of it. Can you speak to your decision to play the role of Rochelle in that movie? Because there was no pressure. I mean, I just offered it to you, and I was actually surprised that you said yes. Do you know why you said yes? And were you afraid? Was there fear? I mean, what made you want to do it?
Honestly, I didn't think you were serious because it was like me being in a movie, you know? But really, honestly, I didn't think it was actually real. And it wasn't really that much fear as I thought it would be because it was just like I got on the screen and I did my role and I did it the best I could. And now, 4 years later, it's like I really did that, and I'm so happy I said yes to that.
That is awesome. That's a lesson I want you to walk with and remember for the rest of your life, that sometimes you got to take the step and you will be so happy one day that you did. So always have courage, always believe in yourself, and always go for it.
Thank you for listening to 250 Stories, a production of HPL Studios at Hartford Public Library. This episode was written, produced, and recorded by Christopher T. Brown, audio edited, mixed, and mastered by Sam Sigmund, edited by Faith Lucas, and with photography and graphic design support from Hartford Public Library's communications team and the Hartford History Center. For more information on this project, visit www.hplstudios.hplct.org. New episodes release every Tuesday, so subscribe to stay tuned.